Welcome back, trainers, and we're going to be taking a look at Lurantis here, as well as paired up with the Alolan Marowak. We're going to be swapping out that third Pokemon periodically, just with some random stuff. Looks like we have Shadow Mawile right now, and that's pretty much it, folks. We're just going to be doing this here, staying busy, cleaning, and getting things done. I am really hitting, not necessarily the gym. I got my own weights here. Trying to bulk up here, taking in about 180 grams of protein a day is it's not the most challenging thing, you know, with protein powder and all that stuff, but try to gain those gains, folks. And I have a before and after picture I posted on Twitter. Kind of a slight, the before was not like the best. I didn't really take a picture, but if that's something you want to know about more, you know, what I go through, my, you know, what I make and all that stuff, let me know and we might get it up. But anyways, with that said, if you do enjoy my videos, give it a thumbs up. Looks like we got Play Rough. All right, that's fine. It's going to come in handy right here. Didn't take it off from the Halloween Cup, doing a ton of damage. And there you go. I never rocked with that, huh? So we swap into our Marowak. They're going to be bringing in Skarmory. And yeah, this is looking pretty good. Now, later on, we're going to be bringing in Zweilous again. I just wanted to use it again because it did so well yesterday, and it's a fun Pokemon to use. Dragon Breath, Body Slam, Dark Pulse for the emergency use. It's just a good Pokemon. It's got those weaknesses, definitely weak to Charm, but it's just a, look at it, two-headed little dragon that's blind, no eyes. Come on, silly. All right, so up against the Azumarill here, hitting us with a Play Rough. Okay, I love to see that. Going for the Shadow Bone here. We do have Fire Blast. Didn't really come in too handy today. There was a situation where I could have gotten it off. They didn't shield, but otherwise, you know, it comes in handy a lot, but just not today. Next match, we're met with a G-Fisk. Now, we're going to be leading with Lurantis, I do believe, the entire time here. Oh, wait. I take that back. Once we put on Zweilous, then we're going to be swapping out the leading with that. So we're going to go for the Superpower after building up to 2 here. Going to go ahead and shield up this next one, and I do believe we're going to be going for Leaf Blades, just so we do not debuff ourselves, and we're still going to be doing a good amount. We get a shield and building up to Superpower, going for it. Let's see if we can get both shields. Or we already got one shield. And they're bringing in Meganium. We're going to go ahead and swap to preserve our Lurantis, because it still has a good amount of health. I think it can farm fast. Bringing in our Marowak here. Now we do have another fire type, well, a fire user, Shadow Mawile in the back, so we don't need to really worry about that too much. But I'm going to show you a little something that happens here, which could have potentially turned the whole battle around. So they do have a Mew in the back with Surf. They're letting that go. Well, they got no more shields. Down it goes from the Shadow Bone. And let's see if they go for Earthquake or Frenzy Plant. Frenzy Plant and then farm up. Yep, that's the plan. Now here's what we're going to do. Now if we go with the Mawile, what they're going to do is build up to Earthquake, take us out. And then we're going to bring in Lurantis, and then they're going to get to a Frenzy Plant and then take us out. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Lurantis, have them use up their energy. And I thought this might have been an Earthquake, but they didn't quite have that energy. I'm pretty sure they have a secondary move, and we take them out. Let's go. All right. So I have a little treat for you all, and that is going to be a surprise guest, and that is Greninja. All right, so we're going to use that. We have it paired up with the Marowak and the Lurantis here, and we're leading Lurantis still. Got the Greninja in the back, so let's see how this works out. This is it's a meh lead. So obviously both of our charge moves are not very effective, but they're still going to do a lot, or at least Razor Leaf is. Lunge is going to be super effective. We're going to go ahead and retreat. They're going to go Discharge, which makes sense. Just do that damage and then bring in a counter to us, and which is going to be, was that an Azumarill? Going for the Shadow Bone here. We get the defense debuff. Going for another one here. They're going to be able to bubble us down. But we're doing a decent amount of damage before we do go down at least. We got the Lurantis in the back. We're going to go ahead and throw that in here. Now we need to look out for Ice Beam, which is going to be doing a lot. They go for a Play Rough, so I'm Play Rough in Hydro Pump. Going to go for that Razor Leaf here. Now they got the Galvantula back there that we need to look out for. And, well, we have no more shields. And we have a Greninja in the back, which is water. So, yeah, not looking too good. Lunge, also super effective. That bug to our Dark in the back. So, well, we have no choice but to go down here. Now, can we take them out? Come on. All right, we bubble them down, which is good. And they're coming in here with a G-Fisk. So we go for the Surf. Now, I screw up. Yes, I was not paying attention. And I'm thinking, come on, survive the Rock Slide. But look what I do here. I'm tapping on on the surf like, I could have went for the Night Slash and took the win. Lovely. All right, next battle, we do have somebody who makes some pretty awesome Twitter videos, and that's going to be Doms. Now, shout out to you. He's a cool guy. He's definitely a cool guy. You know, we went to war on Twitter here with all these people, and when the dust settled, he was one of the people that was, you know, not jumping on the bandwagon, reached out to me in a nice way. Now, this was during when I was testing, and I would have never put this video up, but I'm going to go ahead and do that because, well, like I said, cool guy. So, yeah, we had a great lead. I mean, what was it? What, he had a Swampert? So, no excuses for me, all right? Yeah, I'm swapping into my Greninja because I'm panicking at this point. I'm like, I had a good lead. How did I should have superpowered that thing before I left with the Lurantis. What am I doing? So we go for the Night Slash on the Swampert, and he mudshots us down. Yeah, I bring in our Lurantis. He has a knockdown. I back out. Yep, definitely. And at that point, I realized no more Greninja. Now, there was a lot more battles that I had with it. I was going to showcase it, but it was just not its day. So we're going to bring it back to this Zweilous. Great lead with the Shadow Swampert. Let's go. Right off the bat, that was really quick. So this is obviously a Hydro Cannon, but it's still doing a lot from that Shadow Swampert. We are resisting it. We're dragging, but my goodness. And it's not even like Zweilous is just ultra squishy. That's just a Shadow Swampert for you. Now they're bringing in another Pokemon that doesn't really want to see a dragon. Zweilous putting in the work. What you got in the back? Something else that's weak to us here. I do believe we decide to shield this up because, well, we're just in a really good position. They're going to be able to farm us down here, but not before we get to another Body Slam, as well as several Dragon Breaths, which are really digging in here. Farming us all the way down there. Shieldless at this point. So what are we going to do? Bring in our AWAC here. Now, I should have let this go. You let the first one go. If it was a Brave Bird, they wouldn't have KO'd us. So now it's going to KO. Now let's see what happens here. We got a Lurantis. What's going to happen here? I was going to farm them down because they debuff themselves. So they swap into an Electivire, and I'm thinking Ice Punch, right? Yeah. It's not going to be enough. Come on. Lurantis, man, that thing looks just crazy with that Fury Cutter just going so fast. So they hit me with a Wild Charge. I farm down. I'm like, okay, let's go. And we throw a Superpower just because we can, and taking the win. Wow, that was not looking too good, but that old Zweilous, man, that thing just pulls through every time. Next battle, leading with it, bad lead with a Hariyama. Okay, that's a nice spicy pick there. So, you know, it's a good Pokemon. It's a tanky fighter with counter, so, you know, it's actually okay. It's just you got so many good fighter options out there that are just gonna, you know, overshine it. So it's just like, Hariyama, I guess. But definitely something fun if you like it, for sure. They're swapping into a Pelipper. We're going to go ahead and just go for the Leaf Blade because it is part water, still doing a good amount of damage. And we're just going to let him farm us down here. I don't want to lock myself. And, you know, we got an Alola Marowak in the back, and we need to kind of figure out that alignment here. I figured I'm just going to Dragon Breath down. Hurricane, I mean, that Zweilous took the Hurricane quite nicely. I was quite surprised on that there. So we will let this go. It is a Weather Ball. Now we're just going to swap immediately so they can't get one more quick move of farm. I thought I could farm them down, but dang it. We got to use that shield. They get to a Weather Ball. They still have a shield left. How's this going to work? They got a Lurantis in the back, which we know has, what, Fury Cutter and Superpower. I would assume that's what they're going with. So this is a good situation for me, all resisted. Assuming they're going to go Leaf Blade here. All right, there it is. Still doing an okay amount. Coming back in here with Hariyama. Now what we got on Hariyama? Counter, Close Combat, and Heavy Slam. All resisted. I'm assuming that's what they have. They hit us with a Close Combat already. So a Heavy Slam, another Close Combat, and Close Combat. We survive, farm down, and we're going to hit them with a Shadow Bone and take the win. Thank you, AWAC. Let's get it, buddy. Nice shiny over here. And this is our monthly breakthrough box. And if you are newer and if you're thinking about using an Elite TM to get Shadow Bone, because it is an exclusive move from back in the raid days, is it really worth using an Elite TM over Shadow Ball? Shadow Ball's good. I'm just going to let you know, you don't really need Shadow Bone. It's perfectly fine with Shadow Ball. It's a fun move. Probably search for somebody who has it before you dig into your resources of an Elite TM. But hey, if you got some to spare, why not give it a shot? Alright, anyways, back into the battles here. We got the Zweilous up against the Greninja. That was our lead battle there. We're winning that matchup. Coming in here with a Hitmonchan. They are immediately swapping into their Politoed, and we're going to go ahead and bring in the Lurantis. And this is a good situation. So They can turn this around by baiting me because of Weather Ball being able to get to it so fast, and then the potential to blizzard me to one shot. Although the Marowak doesn't want to go up against this thing here, and then they can take control if they do bait correctly. So I have to make the call here. What is this going to be, a Weather Ball or a Blizzard, or what? If they have Earthquake, I guess that's... they're going to only be able to just keep pretending they got Blizzard, right? So we're going to go ahead and go for that Leaf Blade and take out that Politoed, and they're going to be bringing in that Hitmonchan. I could have swapped immediately. Wanted to see if I can potentially win with it, but it was looking like they were going to counter down. So I'm just going to go ahead and swap here. And that's game, set, and match. Let's get it. Always love using Hitmonchan. It's a fun Pokemon for sure. Another one of those cool fighters that has a variety of different moves that it can go with. And the Shadow is amazing. Next battle, we're met with a Pidgeot, and they're swapping into their Shiftry here. So we're going to go ahead and just hang tight for a minute. We'll bring in a Lurantis in just a second as soon as we get off this Body Slam. Or wait, we want them to throw, and okay, we're catching. Okay, let's get it. So they're not going to go with the Dark. I figured they're going to go with the Leaf Blade. We caught it, and now we're going to go ahead and shield up this one, which is the Foul Play. Beautiful. And farming down with Fury Cutter because they're Grass and Dark, very weak to that, so they're taking a lot of damage on top of Shiftry being very squishy. So now we got all this energy. In comes Pidgeot, and we're going to be able to get off 2 superpowers, which is still going to do a lot. 1 shield out of the Pidgeot from a Lurantis, going for another superpower, which will do a lot. Let's get it. And look at that. Still pretty much almost about half health. Going to bring in the Zweilous here, and that Pidgeot is just struggling to get to a charge move. And we're going to go ahead and go for a Body Slam and taking them out. Let's go. And they got what in the back? That is a Scrafty. Now this can be potentially bad here because, I mean, it is Dark type, but we're going to be able to pull this one through. I'm pretty sure we're going to be all right. We're going to easily let this go while the Zweilous is fighting with itself over there, those 2 heads, swapping into our Alolan Marowak before they can farm up a little bit more. Better safe than sorry. Shielding this up for sure. They power it up. Yeah, definitely do not want to let that go or take the chance. And then just going for a Shadow Bone and taking the win. Let's get it. All right, next battle, folks. What are we going to see? Do believe this may be the last. Oh, Alolan Sandslash. Immediately swapping into Lurantis, and they bring in a Frostlash. So we have been rock, paper, scissors here. Now I bring in for... I was going to say Frolantis. Because of the 2 that are out here. Lurantis because of superpower, and they did have Shadow Claw, so I noticed that right off the bat. So it wouldn't take super effective from the Powdered Snow, just the Ice Punch. So they're taking us out. We haven't used a shield. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Alolan Marowak. Better safe than sorry. We're shielding this up. Shadow Claw is not going to be a big deal compared to our Fire Spin up against that thing. They're not bringing it in. We got a Jellicent back there, so we're going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Bone. And we're landing it. Beautiful. They got 1 shield left. We're going to go ahead and swap, and they're bringing in the Alolan Sandslash here. Which Shadow Claw, by the way, is not doing much damage to our Dark type. Going for a Dark Pulse, which is going to do a lot of damage. And Dragon Breath, while resisted, is still adding up onto that Sandslash here. Letting it go. Ice Punch doing a lot. That's fine. And at this point, what we're going to do is let it go. There's no point in keeping it alive. Bringing in the Alolan Marowak, farming them down. And then go for the Shadow Bone. They let this go because they know it's over. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll be catching you all on the next one. Take care.